Check out what I have here, man. The Tank 500. Now, I truly appreciate the fact that GWM attempted to bring this into Malaysia because this market is very hard to put our finger on. You have Fortuners that doesn't do that well, much worse than they do in Thailand, of course. And this is 1.5 size larger than that. Naturally, the market is not large, especially not in Semenanjung. But definitely, I would think that a lot of Land Cruiser owners in Sabah and Sarawak would be interested in something like this. Look at the car, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Proportionate to a T in every angle you look at the car. Now, of course, usually when you have this much chrome up front, it tends to be gaudy. But over here, it's completely not tacky at all. In fact, it is complementary, it's beautiful, it's appropriate, it's Americanesque. And coming to the back, man, I have to say this. While the front, the Land Cruiser looks good, the back is where the Land Cruiser falters. This car doesn't have that problem. The back is absolutely on point in everything, perhaps except the badging. The font on the badging is a little bit odd. I would debadge the car if I buy this, maybe keep that GWM Tank there or there, just the center one. In fact, if you don't realize, this is not center. Yeah? This spare tire cover is actually off center. But it is not awkward like that Land Rover Discovery punch in the face, permanently disfigured off center. Look, this one is just, I don't know, something about it is just right. And here's where it's very interesting. It's very Americanesque because American cars are very comfortable with vertical lights going back to the 60s and 70s. The reason is American car can afford to do vertical lights because they have actual width. They don't have to use the light to give you the illusion of width because the car is genuinely wide. Let's get into the car. As you open the door, look at that side step coming out. Is it solid? Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like the interior. I like the ash wood color, very Americanesque. I like the huge center console, very tidy. The only thing not so American is this, a bit over designed, perhaps. A bit over designed. But other than this, all in all, it's a very, very matured, very down-to-earth look. It's not gaudy, it's not high fashion, it's not Vogue. There's some attempt to give it some billionaire bling, for example, like this, and a little bit of bling bling that you see along here, which is nicely done, I have to say. Yeah, all of this, very nicely done. But generally, this is the look of a cowboy with a t-shirt, some khakis or some jeans, and some sneakers. He has money, he's comfortable with himself. He's not out there dressed to impress, but he is not short on fine appointments. Seat-wise, it's absolutely gorgeous. Perhaps very Chinese in its pattern, not very American in its pattern. American would go for straighter lines, yeah, straighter, simpler, or maybe padded sofa-like patterns. This is a little bit Chinese. But overall, I have to say the interior is pretty nice. It's very comfortable, very pampering place. You have front diff, you have rear diff. You have multiple modes of drive. So right now I'm in auto. You can have normal, you can have sport, eco, snow, mud, sand, 4 high, anymore, normal. Okay, let's go back to auto. And that is how you do instrument cluster. Yeah, no need to set it outside. No, we don't need things like that. Just set it inside, flat, deep set, just like that. Oh yeah, there is one tacky thing in this car. Perhaps they do it just so that they can write it into their brochure. Perhaps Chinese customers are looking for these things. There's a little bit of you see that little star thing? Yeah, it's a bit tacky. Is there a way to switch them off? Because I can't find a way to switch them off. Fundamentally a mild hybrid, an HEV basically. A 2-liter turbocharged engine together with the electric power plant. The car is powerful, man. If you talk about refinement, this is not the most refined of vehicle. Let's compare with Land Cruiser, the V8. The V8 Land Cruiser is more refined than this. You don't feel the engine vibration as much. Over here, when the engine kicks in, you hear it, right? You hear it, you feel it a little bit in the steering, you feel it a little bit in the seat. But I wouldn't say it's jarring. I wouldn't call it uncomfortable. It's just that you notice it lah. But being a smaller power plant, mind you, the engine has to work a little bit harder than, let's say, something with a V8, which means that you hear it more, you feel it more than you would in a traditional V8. But all in all, to be honest, I'm very satisfied with its power. It's adequate. It's more than enough. So that is not my sitting position. That's my shooting position. As you can see, even then, I still have 1 fist worth of legroom. Legroom is not an issue here. Aircon vents up here, aircon vents here, aircon control dual zone. Ventilated, amazing stuff. You have USBs. Very nice. Floor is relatively flat, even though, no, not entirely, but quite. Even though it's a leather on frame chassis. So this car is a proper off-roader. Even though bling bling outside, bling bling inside, it's a proper off-roader. It's not one of those soft-roader pretending to be hardcore. This is a hardcore off-roader pretending to be a little bit soft. Of course, this is a 3-row SUV, but the back, you know lah, I'm not going to attempt it. 6 foot, 110 kg, I won't bother. Now, I truly appreciate GWM for bringing this car to Malaysia. The market, needless to say, in this country is extremely small. A large SUV with 3-row seats in Malaysia, you're talking about Fortuner maybe, and they don't sell well here, especially if you compare to our neighbor Thailand and Indonesia. The market here, perhaps you are looking at people that would have bought a Land Cruiser. Now, that guy in Semenanjung that would have bought a Land Cruiser, chances are he would be looking at second-hand or recon Range Rover as well, and that would have been a much more popular choice in Semenanjung. But in Sabah and Sarawak, there's a huge market for Land Cruiser buyer, and perhaps that's where GWM saw the market, because this thing can be had for 330,000 ringgit, while a recon second-hand, a couple of years, 3 years old, Land Cruiser might still be asking 400, 500,000 ringgit. And because of that, this car stands a chance in this niche market in this country. If you're in the market looking for a Land Cruiser or something similar, give this a try, man. You're getting a brand new car, you're getting something honest, you're getting something really, really nice.